Hi everyone, this is a video walkthrough where I will guide you through setting up a creator profile account with the new My Content Hub platform, and B, a preview of the application process of submitting a application form to one of our programs that are open for intake. So first of all, we're going to log on to storyhive.com. I mentioned the My Content Hub here, and this is actually promoted on our website right now as it is being introduced as the new hub where you will be submitting your application through. It is also where, if you are funded, where your grant agreement will be handled, and where at the end of the deadlines, you will be submitting all your video materials to us through this platform. Your creator profile also is set up through the Content Hub as well. So before I launch into it, I do want to preview kind of where to navigate and find information about each of the programs, essentially. So in these carousels here, you can navigate and click through and learn about each of the different programs we do offer. And it is indicated through these little set of symbols of what's open, what's coming soon, and what's already running. The Voices program, as you can see here, is the current program that's open for intake and has the Apply Now button. Before jumping in, and if you want to get more information of the programs themselves, I do recommend clicking on the Learn More buttons. There is also another navigation bar at the top where you can click through and compare the programs as well and learn more about them. Feel free to navigate through our page. We also have a blog, which also offers some tips and tricks from different creators and from alum and staff as well that you can read through that can give you a sense of the types of projects we fund. So when you click through one of our programs, it'll take you actually to an overview of what's expected, eligibility, and what's best to prepare for your application. And we often suggest and provide information the most in our submission rules and FAQs, which is a very lengthy page, but it is a great resource when it comes to preparing your application and also to inform anyone you're working with of, if you get funded, what the deadlines are, what the project entails, who's eligible. So I'm not going to go into full details here in this clip of this FAQ. This information is available to you as a resource, so please take the time to read through it, think about it for your application, and if everything is ready in your mind and you're ready to apply, we can hop back up to the top of the page, or we can hop back to the front page of StoryHive and hit Apply Now. You can also set up your creator profile by clicking the top right corner for My Creator Profile to log in, but for now you can hit Apply Now. So now this is what the My Content Hub login interface looks like. If you already have a pre-existing storyhive.com account, you can log in with the same credentials. If you are new, and just as what we're going to showcase here, we're going to set up a new and create a new account for us to move forward. If you ever run into any issues with your account logging in, or even as you're navigating the My Content Hub when you're managing your grant agreement or any other issues, there is a Contact Us page here that you can look through, and it can be reached at the bottom of the page or at the top, but there is a contact there that you can submit your inquiries to, and they will be able to support you as processed. So I'm going to jump right in and talk about creating an account. All right, now we're going to set up your profile. You're going to enter your first and last name. In this scenario, because this is a demo, I am putting in some dummy data. But for you, please enter your first and last name, ideally your legal name, as this is what gets pulled into generating your grant agreement if you get funded. This is also the name that we will be issuing your drawdown funds to. So ideally, please use your legal name. If you do make a typo or something, that can be changed later on, but do your best in making sure that that is accurate. When it comes to entering an email address, please choose an email that you will actively engage with and that you check frequently. It's important that you have access to this because this is where you'll get notified whether you'll get funded. You'll get notified from the program managers if we need to reach out to you for any questions. We will also be updating any information when it comes to training times, dates, and reminders, or upcoming programs or events and information that would be of interest to you that could expand your StoryHive experience. So please choose an email, especially if you're working with a team member or a few team members on your project that they may also want to access this email too, so that they can support you and be on the same page of the latest news. But if you're applying on your own, choose an email that is definitely something you access frequently. Okay, I'm going to move through here and set up a password. This is very typical of creating a password, so you must kind of have all of these criterias in place so that you have a safe password to move forward with. And then we'll continue. All right. In this next part, just read through everything. It's asking if you are the Asian majority. Just click through that if you are of your province, and you will be asked next to enter your address. I am just, again, putting in some dummy data. I'm actually just entering our TELUS building information for now, but please use your place of residence. As noted here, this address is used to determine your eligibility. All creators who apply must live in BC and Alberta and must be eligible for a grant. So if you're curious about what is eligible, go back to the FAQs or go back to our homepage where you can learn more about our serving regions. This is where all our eligible communities are listed. And there were some questions around what if you're not listed but live in BC and Alberta, that you can read through and get an understanding of what our funds are dedicated to. Once you've done that, please enter a phone number that we can reach out to you with as well. If you are funded, you will be contacted with this number as well. So please enter a number that is active and you use in your day-to-day. And the last part of setting up your profile is filling out this diversity information questionnaire that we have. Please take the time to read through this and fill out what you're comfortable with filling out. This is really helpful for us so that we really do get a good range of projects and from different types of people who want to tell these stories. It gives us a good idea of the variety of applications we get in our programs as well, and that we are finding the right people to tell that story. We have previously run editions where we have focused on Indigenous storytellers, Black creators, and our upcoming Pan-Asian storytellers as well. So this is great if you can fill this out as accurately as possible, of course, within your own comforts. I'm just going to quickly go through this myself and just fill this out with some data so that we can move forward into the next phase so you can see what it looks like. Filling this out should not impact your application. So this is really just helpful for us, again, to get a gauge of the types of people we're able to engage with in our communities and that we are funding the right person for the right story. Okay, once everything's done, you can also review the terms and conditions as well if you like before checking it off, and it will create an account. You'll learn that it will ask for you to check your email. Every time you log into My Content Hub, you will also be asked for a verification link to enter into. So I have my email open already, so you'll have a link for you to click through and it'll take you to the next interface where I was trying to apply for the Voices 25 program. And it'll ask you to confirm your age, a majority of my province, and that you have reviewed the FAQs and submission rules. So please go through that if you haven't already. And now we will proceed into the application phase of this walkthrough. Okay, and so this is what the application looks like as a preview. I'm not going to fill every field out, but as you can tell, this is where you will be entering your details of the project you would like to apply for. Please read through each of the questions and what it's asking for. There are some requirements such as your 60-second pitch video and how it has to be a YouTube link and not some other link. I will want to flag that as you kind of type through your project and insert data, you can save it as you go along. You don't have to complete it all in one go. You can return to this at a different point, and you can hit next and go through the different pages that we ask for more information about. Just be mindful of some of the requirements, such as, when we ask for a draft treatment, we do require a PDF file and not a Word doc file or in any other file. A PDF is the format that we would prefer. Moving forward as well, I want to show you how there is the budget portion of the application. Please read through this. Again, this is as we've indicated, a draft budget is just for us to for you to get a sense of how much your project would cost. It may not have every item listed here of what you may want to spend your funds on, but the great thing is it's just a really great tool to have for folks who are new to video content creation. It is really nifty as you kind of navigate this, because as you enter some information, you'll see that the numbers will change dynamically right away for you, so you can get a sense of that. At the end, your budget most likely will not match one-to-one to what's here, but this is a great way to just get started. Something I also want you to notice that when you do fill out a section and go through this, you'll notice there are some red icons on the left panel here. This means something is either incomplete, there's something wrong, either you've entered maybe too many characters, or it is the wrong file format. You'll be asked to look at this and address the issue. Once you are all done, all of these should be green check marks. And you'll be able to navigate to the last page, which is the submission release. Please read through all the terms before you complete your submission and check off all the following boxes and read through all the links that have been provided in these agreement terms. Once you have that in place, this next grade out button should be able to move you forward and you'll be able to submit your project. My only tip is to save often and return to this, review it before you're ready to submit. But that's it. That's kind of a preview of what it looks like on the inside. And you've completed your application. If you'd like to see your application again, you can always log into your My Content Hub and go to your dashboard. And this is what your project looks like. And you can click through it and access your application again to review, amend, and change. If you need to change something in your profile, you can always click on your account name, click on profile, and update any information that you filled out in your creator profile. Other than that, that's it. That's a preview of the application process and the My Content Hub platform. Good luck with your application.